Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play Prison Architect MaxSec Survival. This is a little impromptu challenge I've created for myself. Essentially what I do is I go to reports, I go to jobs, I go to prisoners, I turn off normal risk, leave off low risk and turn on high risk. We were only going to accept high risk prisoners, nothing but, and we are not going to turn that off. Unless we're like 10 hours in and it's ridiculous. We're also going to immediately take all 4 grants. Why is that? It's because I have mocked up a little plan for a prison I think I'm going to build. Because I think I'm going to need a proper plan and I want to take the time to do it instead of throwing something together on the game. There. That's the plan. This is the plan indeed. This is a rather large plan. In fact, it took me a very long time. We have an entrance, we have a border around the area with areas for kennels, giant canteen with a kitchen nearby, a little visitor centre, offices and things and all the cells and took forever. Anyway, and all these little C's are going to be solitaries because this is going to be a very, very harsh prison. I could like put TVs everywhere and make everybody super happy, but I feel like they'd smash the TVs and then the cost of repairing the TVs is going to destroy me. So instead, no TVs. Instead, constant beatings, I think, is the way forward. So let us see how much this is actually going to cost. I'm gonna record a time lapse, by the way. This will be available as the last video in the series, most likely, unless I can't figure out how to, change it or anything. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, let's turn it on. And let's see how much the main building is going to cost. This back here is a yard, by the way, so that's not part of a building. This is a $40,000 building. That's a lot of my money. That's a lot of my money. Technically the entrance is going to be over here. And the way we're going to work this is, I was thinking about doing a very open plan, sort of Shawshank Redemption thing with loads of little buildings and... yeah, I don't know. No. One way in, one way out, little yard around back, and constant patrols all around, and potentially we can... this is all going to be fencing, so we can expand later if absolutely necessary, but I expect to have lost long before then. Because MaxSec prisoners are a massive, 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 massive pain to keep from killing me. Seriously, massive. Let's expand the deliveries a little bit. Because a lot of trucks are going to turn up with a lot of bricks for me to build a lot of building. It's a big building, very big building. Now for those of you wondering, I have played a fairly large amount of this game. I consider myself to be quite good. I don't know a lot of the little weird tricks some people have figured out. Frankly, I don't like to use them. I have figured out a couple of little things I can do, little ways of cheating the, you must have a 3x3, ooh, but I can do a 2x3 and put one in the door, and that's just a scummy tactic. That's not the way to play. You don't do it to make it easy. You don't play a game like this to have an easy time. If you did, what I do is I go to prisoners, I turn on low risk, and I just say, hey, hold on, firstly, it's going to take a while. Oh, they've already filled up the bricks. Oh, my. Yeah, I don't normally do it like this. I do not normally do it like this. I'm normally much more ramshackle and throwing buildings everywhere and ends up terribly planned. This has actually been properly planned out. Okay? This is... oh, it's going to take forever because they're just doing bloody patchwork. But eventually this will be good. This will be really good. I feel like this is going to be either my best prison ever or it will burn down in minutes. Frankly, either way, I'm fine. Seriously. Now... yes, so what I could do is I could turn it onto low risk. What I did consider doing is off camera building like a little tiny happy MinSec prison over here just to like work a workshop and get me some money. No. What instead I'm going to do is as soon as I get bureaucracy, which is actually going to take longer than I would normally like because it's going to take time to build the offices. I probably should have done this piece by piece. Yeah, that would take... The foundation tool doesn't work amazingly well. It probably does, I just probably didn't know how to use it properly. And so instead, if I do a building, I prefer to know exactly what the building is going to be before it's built. But anyway, as soon as I get bureaucracy, I'm probably going to run for prison labour. And I think this here is going to be the workshop. And this is going to be the storage. So it's going to have a little door here onto the storage so they can shift things back and forth with relative safety. I don't know. I mean, this whole thing is built around the idea... Actually, hold on. The entire thing is supposed to be built around the idea that at any time I can lock off large sections of the prison, because the way I'm going to do it is there are going to be metal detectors every 5 feet, there's going to be doors constantly, the tough doors. So every cell block gets jailed off, and all of these happy things get jailed off from the cell blocks. If the cell block goes up, anybody over here is safe, and like 3 doors basically to get out. So eventually, won't be able to afford it at first, but eventually there's going to be a guard here, maybe a couple of guards here, and at least a guard here at all times. If no other reason to open the doors that are going to be here, but also just to stop any prisoners. And then there are going to be dogs patrolling around here, and I'll probably even have a couple of dogs maybe going up and down the cell blocks to try and sniff out contraband. I don't know, probably one in the yard, just having a sniff about. The trouble is the kennels are planned to be on these corners, so they'll be running back and forth quite a lot. But hopefully, if I get the prison labour up, we'll have enough money. Hopefully. Maybe. I have no idea. I really don't. Damn, I should have built this damn foundation off camera. I mean, the original plan was for this... I mean, I saved a lot of time, trust me, by doing the plan off camera. That would have taken a very long time. Granted, it might have been nice to talk through my reasoning behind some of these decisions, but things like these cell blocks, to plan them all, to make sure they all fit in perfectly, and autosave. And then I was like budging shower blocks over and back and around and over there and over... massive pain. This entire thing. Could hire a few more workmen. That costs money, and I'm not cheating money, so yeah, no, not going to be doing that. It's going to take a little while. But don't worry, because in 19 hours some prisoners are going to turn up whether I want them to or not. Hopefully I'll have at least the holding cell. I'll probably prioritise the holding cell, so I've got somewhere to, hold them. And really, I could just, as long as I have enough guards and they've got nothing to break, it wouldn't really matter if they did a bit of early rioting. Actually, it wouldn't matter at all. That's an interesting thought. If I put off building like beds and benches and toilets and all the things the prisoners need, and just rely on beating them for the first couple of days, maybe I would have enough money to build all the relevant bits. I could just lock them into the holding cell, which is supposed to be around, here, I think. I think this is the holding cell. I'm not sure, it's all getting sort of overlaid over everything. Frankly, the game's holding up quite well. It used to be with them when you put a massive foundation down, it lagged horribly. But today it seems to be doing quite well, so that's good. It's very good. One thing I am concerned about with this map, with this building, with this plan, is the possibility of escape tunnels. You see, those were added not long ago. And essentially, what the prisoners will do is they'll go to their toilet, and they will somehow get into it and build a tunnel. Now, theoretically, I am slightly protected against this by the fact that I have this extra fence. However, they will get through... Now, prisoners tend to prefer to avoid doors, and not doors, tend to prefer to avoid walls. Brick walls aren't that deep. Eventually, ideally, what I would do is I would put a perimeter wall down. These are very deep, they are very strong, and I could put a big one around, and they would basically just be digging tunnels all the way around here to try and get through the one entrance that I would of course leave. Ideally. Unfortunately, 200 a square, as opposed to brick walls 50, so they're 4 times as expensive as a regular wall. Just a short one costs, like, look, there, this wall, 5,000, compared to the 40,000 for the entire goddamn building. Not sure if that includes lights, though. damn, this is probably going to cost me even more when it's built. But it's not built yet. I really hope this entire video isn't just building of this one foundation. I mean, you know, I've been talking through my plan, so maybe this video is worth it anyway. I could just cancel it and start. No. No, I didn't show the planning, but I will show the constructing the foundation. If nothing else, I personally quite like looking at all the little people running around. Look at them. I'm going to build their little things. I do like it. I wish Dwarf Fortress had this sort of graphical fidelity so I could see them like this. I say fidelity. This isn't exactly the most graphically intense game in the world, but it is quite pleasing. I wonder how many cells I have. I never actually counted that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 down, 8 across. How many is that? Damn, I'm terrible at maths. 80, 120, 128. That sounds right. 128 cells. That's a lot of prisoners. I'm probably doing that wrong. 128 prisoners and only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 solitaries. Hopefully, I mean, the idea was I was gonna change the policy so that solitary is like just massive amounts of time constantly. That's 7 grams worth of lights. Okay then. What little bits do we need first? Actually, firstly, that was just going to annoy me. Firstly, I think this was going to be the holding cell. So let's build this one. Yeah, this is the holding cell. This is eventually to be the laundry. Sure. Okay, so we'll get the holding cell and we'll make sure to build the offices. We are going to need them pretty soon because I want to research all the way up to prison labour ASAP, particularly because the balance is going to start being hit very hard. Let's also get the entrance. Let's turn it on. The balance is going to get hit very hard very shortly. It's also going to start getting a lot of fog of war around here, it just occurred to me. That'll be fine. Where are the utilities? I think the utilities were going to go down here. There and there. I'll start with 3 capacitors, but I've got a very bad feeling it's going to need a lot more. There's already a lot of lights, and there's a lot of other things you need apart from lights. Oh dear. We might consider rushing for health, because it will at least pay for itself. The extra 10 grand will at least pay for itself. Medical ward, 2 doctors and psychologist. Doctors are 1,000 each. Psychologist is 1,000. A few walls. At least one bed. Ignore it. Ignore it. Doing this. I'll deal with that in a few minutes. Right, so yeah, we're going to do the holding cell. 14 hours. I mean, we'll probably be fine. 14 hours, that's enough time. But, you know, just in case. Never hurts to make absolutely sure you can have enough time to do something. What we can do now is just start designating a few things while the people are building. So make sure we know those are offices. Make sure we know this is a holding cell. Yep, it's going to have all those things eventually. And then I'll make sure I don't forget that that is a shower. And a few more things. That's going to be the canteen. This is to be the kitchen. I mean, it's nice to do this now, so you know it's also so as I'm showing, you know, all the people watching exactly what everything is going to be. Make sure everything got to actually have. Make sure all these things are the right size for what I wanted to do. Okay, this is going to be storage. Actually, hold on. Everything up till there is going to be storage, I think, because I don't want them to put anything over where I need to put things. Cleaning cupboard is going to be that. Anything else I'm allowed to place? Oh, yard back here. Gotta make sure to put the. Actually, I've got to make sure to put the doors in for these while I remember. And I think that shall probably do it. Now, I have a text I need to go read because, I don't know, something might be going on. But I shall leave it here. Okay, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next time to see this entire prison come to life and hopefully a few prisons to come and screw it all up. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you next time.